What is a great example of introducing a guest speaker? What's the best way to do it? Let's find out. By the way, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss future videos. So let me give you an example first, and then we're going to break it down into the pieces of how you can create the same result. Now let me introduce to you our guest speaker. Our guest speaker for today is Ben Ratje. Ben will be talking to us about the 7 secrets of the world's leading presenters. He's a presentation expert, he's a best-selling and award-winning author, and his presentation program has been delivered to over 150 organizations, including 53 of the Fortune Global 500 companies. Now, a fun fact about Ben, by the way, Ben loves to do beach parties with family and friends. So with no further ado, let's give Ben Ratje a big hand. So how can you have a great introduction of your guest speaker? The first thing you want to do, you want to talk to them or you want to email them directly. Yeah, this is so critical. Most people never do that. Most people will jump online, they will try to find a bio, they will try to find something. But the very best thing you can do is just ask them directly, because they will tell you how they want you to introduce them. And the other thing, it makes you look so much more professional as well. Secondly, when you contact the guest speaker, you want to ask for 3 major things. First of all, you want to ask for the topic. What topic will they be presenting to your audience? Secondly, you want to ask for 2 or 3 successes that they've had in their career. How can you establish them from the beginning as the expert, the authority on the topic that they will be presenting about? And the third thing you want to ask them for is a fun fact. And you heard my personal example. It doesn't have to be something amazing, but just something fun. You know, okay, Ben loves beach parties for family and friends. Ooh, I like beach parties too. So again, add a fun fact at the end. And lastly, number 3, you want to do a test run with them. Again, this is something that almost nobody ever does or dares to do. But frankly, if you do a test run, and my recommendation is do it on Zoom, get on the phone, whatever it might be, stand up and introduce them the way you would really introduce them. And then here's what you want to ask them. You want to ask them up front, this is how I'm going to introduce you, and I want to know from you, and you ask them afterwards, was it too modest, or was it too exaggerated? Or was it just right? So that is the key really for a great introduction of any speaker, of any guest speaker. It's got to be just right. If it's too modest, they feel they were not really properly introduced. And sometimes this leads to an awkward start of their presentation. If it's too exaggerated, it's the same thing. Right? If you raise them up to being the world's greatest expert, but they feel that's not really who they are, that's not representing them, it's too much. So you got to figure out what's just right. Also, by the way, one last thing, you want to talk to them up front, at least before the presentation or the speech, and you want to make sure that you pronounce their name correctly. Nothing has annoyed me personally when I was a guest speaker than when somebody didn't pronounce my last name correctly. Does that make sense? Yeah, so ask for that as well. So comment down below one time, what were the biggest takeaways for you? What did you get out of this little training video here? Yeah, how are you going to introduce your next guest speaker from now on? And again, by the way, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And most importantly, I really look forward to seeing you for the next video.